Sawyer Allen. For the Tigers, number 51, Constantinides. Loyola scored by number 23, Chapman. Time to go. Towson goal scored by number 43, Owen Scott. Assist to number 29, Roman Fitzpatrick. Time of the Tiger goal, 4:46 in the first quarter. Loyola penalty on Patrick. Time of the Tiger goal, 7:04 in the first quarter.
Them against top 10-11 loss against Lafayette. That's 4 one-goal losses, and 2 of them against top 5 teams in the nation.
Exactly. It's been tough sledding in these one-goal games for Loyola. And, you know, as a coach, right, Coach Toomey, I'm sure it's on the ankle there. But, hey, man, this is tough sled in Division I. You got to earn every goal. Hopefully you can get back out there quickly and put some more on the board for Loyola.
Sometimes you got to put your body on the line for goals like that. It's Quinn's 11th, and I'll definitely echo that sentiment, Marcus. Hopefully he's all right. Might just be taking a breather as well for the final 3 minutes of the quarter. Towson do lose the faceoff, but they win the
goal for them to end the quarter strong, cut that deficit to 1.
That's a huge goal to get the momentum as well to enter to the new period. Play to the right, buzzer beater, won't have time to go. That was another face-off won by the Tigers. But with that, it's going to be 8-2 on the face-off scoreline, 5-4. And we're underway for the second quarter. A big tussle at the X to get us started. The ball knocked to the side, and it's going to be Towson winning it, and now continuing a brand new attack. Welcome back.
But popularized in the early 2010s by Ned Crotty down at Duke. Right, that pick angle is just so hard to defend, and it gives you the option as an attackman to go underneath and dive through the crease like you just saw there. Really nice take, and Loyola has tied things up here at 5. Not the prettiest way, but they are in this game, and it's certainly part of their identity is gritty, blue-collar lacrosse.
I think I'd call that a pretty nice finish by Minikis to get his 4th.
A nice job tucking that stick, finishing in front of the cage, and Loyola has their first lead of the evening.
That is an impressive lead to pick up. I think it's now 4 goals in a row for the Greyhounds as they'll lose the ball after winning the faceoff. Tigers back in possession, but, you know, you got to feel good if you're Loyola.
That we're shooting through there. That's number 8, Will McCullough, the lefty sniper, able to put one past Loyola. Huge momentum goal going into halftime. Greyhounds are dialed in, and they'll take a 7-5 lead into the half after a huge second quarter from the Greyhounds.
They completely
Sawyer Allen.
And with that, it's going to be knocked over to the left-hand side. Towson win the face-off. Their 11th face-off win of the day. And quickly bringing it downfield and passing it below was Glass.
Yeah, these face-off wins are important, right? Obviously, you're down 2. If Towson wants to get on a roll here, take the momentum back, it's going to start at that face-off X.
The ball gets knocked away by Weishar twice in a row, trying to keep it in play. He knocked
Chip running from in with the feed from Minikis. Nice job recognizing the trailer. And I love that speed on the sideline you mentioned, breaking through on the clear, right? You run by a couple guys, push transition, right? Don't concede that advantage you just created. Nice job by Loyola.
Haberman gets his 14th goal, and by the way, it is now a 6-0 run for the Greyhounds from the first quarter. Towson were up 5-2 early on in the game. They had that 5-2 lead.
Your best chance of scoring is coming over the top instead of shooting a sidearm. So nice adjustment from Weber there. Towson gets its first goal and seems like forever. And they cut it to 2.
It's been over 20 minutes since they'd scored, but finally back on the board as we continue the third quarter. Towson's going to win the face-off, but there's multiple defenders trying to knock the ball free. By the way, Weishar was able to pick up the assist on the play, finding Weber. That is the 9th assist for Weishar this season. Could have double-digit goals and assists by the end of the day, maybe even the end of this possession.
And your best 2 offensive players connecting. And I like Gallagher's decision there. He kind of pump fakes to keep that defender on his heels. You see that defender drop his head there. And then he's able to shoot that ball overhand. Again, just a great shooting stroke as you see him getting some instruction from his teammate on the sideline there. Towson cuts it to 1.
But Loyola get the ball back after the face-off and convert on the other end. In the span of 5 seconds, it's gone from 8-6 to 9-7. Wow.
Mason Cook burying the rock, overhand, far pipe. Loyola in transition has been really, really solid today, Taylor. It seems like every time they have an advantage, they've been scoring. By my count, that's 3 goals in transition for them. And you see after the scrum, just creating a fast break, Towson rotates maybe a little quicker than they would have liked, right? If you're a defenseman, I'd rather have a Fogo run in and taking a shot from 6 yards than having a point attackman shoot the ball from 6 yards. As Towson has numbers now, see what they do.
And they convert as well. 3 goals in 15 seconds. Both of these defenses have struggled with the transition, and it's Schreier responding with a goal of his own, assisted by Glass.
Schreier with his first of the evening. We haven't really called his name tonight. Back-to-back fast breaks, and both point attackmen hammering the far pipe. Cook went high for Loyola. Schreier goes low. A really nice execution. Makes me happy, obviously, as someone who plays point, to see guys catch the ball loaded and bury it to the far pipe overhand.
And they did the same thing on the attack, Marcus, as I know you
really, really well for 78 seconds. You play defense really, really well for 78 seconds. You just can't finish the possession, but again, great execution from this Loyal offense, sharing the rock.
Face-off was won by the Greyhounds, but it gets knocked loose. That is a heavy hit. Ball stays on the ground, multiple players tumbling.
Bodies flying everywhere, balls flying everywhere. Who's got it?
And it's finally Towson who pick it back up. It looked like it was about to be Minikis for a second. Quick counterattack for the Tigers, potentially. Played up close. Hit as he shoots to knock the ball free. That was a point-blank effort for Fitzpatrick.
Put his body into his defenseman, draw 2, and then Fitzpatrick turning the corner with that patented lefty shot. His first of the evening, I believe. And he's good for about 3 a game. He's really come on strong this year. It started in that first game of the season that you and I covered, Taylor. He had 5 goals against. And now, back-to-back time and room goals for 13, flexing to the sideline. If I'm Towson, I'm getting him the rock any way that I can. He's got that really nice overhand shooting stroke.
He is 4 for 4 in his shots today. Incredible performance so far for Chop Gallagher. As the ball is going to be knocked forward, and it's Towson back in possession. Josh Weber was able to get the assist, and that's an important face-off win for the Tigers. They just tied the game, and now
Here we go, 30
they have
seconds.
a chance to try to really secure. Fourth quarter ready to begin. The first pivotal face-off is underway as we resume. Who's going to end up with the ground ball? It's Towson winning their 16th face-off.
Look
Quick
out.
counterattack. No, he didn't take the shot.
Position opportunities. I think they heard me in the booth, Taylor, talk about I think you should be pushing the ball more. Loyola defense doing a really nice job in their zone. And you see that was James Asbill breaking free, number 15. He'll get the assist. Schreier with the goal, and Towson has their first lead since the first quarter of this game.
And now they're going to
got numbers again.
Up. Another face-off as Schreier will slow.
PLL star attackman Brian Minikis, right? Quick Google search would probably give me the answer, but
I'll look that up real quick.
Same quickness, same number. I probably should just know this answer. Of course he does. Yeah, Brian Minikis is the older brother of Matthew, and they just play with the same kind of quickness. They play with the same kind of, jitterbug mentality, really good dodging angles. And wow, big goal there from the stud attackman for Loyola.
Yeah, of course. It also isn't just Brian Minikis as well who's had success at the College of Professional.
Now, 2 straight to retake the lead.
That's Cook's 10th of the season. Minikis picks up the assist. That's number 23 on the season and his 5th point of the game. Towson, however, win the face-off. Can they instantly respond? Schreier holds on to it. He once again had open room.
A little bit more. And again, clutch time, you give the ball to your best player and let him make a play. And now here we go. Face-off, overtime. Huge ground ball scrap here. It's been Towson most of the evening on these 50-50 GBs, especially on the face-off, and they come up with it again, do they?
They do. They have now won 18 of the 28 face-offs.
Probably going to take a timeout.
Actually, I don't think.
Towson's had the clear advantage at the face-off X all night.
And that's going to stay that way as they pick up the ground ball.
Wow.
Good job to hold on to it by Morin as it goes the other way.
Morin's kind of a beast on those wings, huh? He has been awesome for them all night, just scooping up ground balls.